Alright, what is going on, guys? It's your boy HC Jammers here, and we are bringing you guys... Some of you guys have requested this quite a bit, so I decided to bring it out as soon as possible. Yes, guys, I'm bringing you guys a regular commentary over some Street Fighter X Tekken gameplay. But before we get cracking into anything, I would like to apologise because the majority of these matches are going to be on the training stage, and I know a lot of people are annoyed at looking at the training stage as when fights progress, or you watch videos on Evo's channel, my channel, or any other Street Fighter X Tekken channel you're subscribed to. But the thing is, think of it like this: you watch Street Fighter X Tekken fights to see fighters or the characters fight and battle it out, not to look at the petty backgrounds or the stages. Well, the stages do look cool, but I know people get annoyed at training stage. But think about it like this: when you go to a boxing match, what did you pay for? Or what did you pay to see? The ring? Or did you pay to see the fighters fight? Just think of it like that. Rhetorical question. But yeah, like I said, HC Jam is here. If you guys are new to the channel, or you're just watching this video as a passerby thing to pass by time, this is what I sound like. I upload Street Fighter X Tekken matches, and I'm probably going to start doing regular commentaries. Like, similar to Maximilian Miles923, if you're subscribed to him. Yes, he does it as well. I'm not copying him. No, people suggested I do this because they want to hear my voice. But that is pretty much that. Moving on to my previous video, I did commentary over the feedback one for Street Fighter X Tekken, some of the changes I discussed. Now, judging from the feedback, you guys enjoyed it, and you enjoyed my articulation, I think that's a word, and how I explained things, and some people thought I sounded professional, but it's really not a professional video. It is just me talking over a headset and microphone, sorry. And some people did notice I made mistakes. Yes, I do make mistakes, guys, we all do, and I did say my fighting game knowledge is very, very bad in this game, but you do have to excuse me for that. But, you know, like I said, if people know the actual information of the correct things, then you have to correct me, and then I will kind of remember that in the future. So yeah, that pretty much covered up. But moving on to what I wanted to kind of cover over today's video, today's video, what was I saying? I've got a list of questions here because I wanted to title this video frequently asked questions, because I'm not a big YouTuber, so I don't get millions of questions to answer, and I just do a random Q&A video, question and answer, for those of you who don't know what Q&A stands for. But technically there have been questions people have been asking me through Xbox, through YouTube, through Twitter, and I answer them, but I don't answer them to an extent where people will actually soak in the information or take it into consideration. And people have been asking me for tips as well. So let me start with the first frequent question I get, which is, what is my setup and my my recording system? I use a standard HD PVR, Hauppauge, I think that's how you pronounce it, Hauppauge HD PVR with random component wires. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I will leave a link in the description below of what it looks like. I will also leave the microphone I use in the description below, because people think I sound professional commentator when it's just a large microphone that's the size of my hand, and my hand's pretty big. So it's called a Blue Snowball microphone. Most of you have seen it, probably compared to the Blue Yeti microphone and some Logic microphones that you see on the internet, but the one I have, or the one I'm using, is the most expensive one on the market, and it is the first USB microphone, or USB input microphone. So you kind of get the gist of that. I'll leave the stuff in the description below, because people do ask that. Also, people ask what are my settings on Sony Vegas, because people like the look of my videos, the HD quality, the smoothness, or whatever. To be honest with you, when I first got Sony Vegas 11, which was about last year, 2 years ago, I only watched one YouTube video on the settings, and I think that video's been either taken down, or I just really can't remember the settings. So I can look at the settings, but it's very hard to explain it. And if I made a video, that is just even more stressful, because it's hard to explain, and I don't really know how to talk Sony Vegas language. I just know how to do it. That's pretty much the settings and the equipment I use. What else is there? So people say, moving on to questions about Street Fighter X Tekken in general. Some people, or should I say the majority of people, or actually let's change that to everybody, asks, why did I pick Poison out of all 52 characters to pick up? Well, to be honest with you, at first I picked her because I saw her in one of the trailers. I think it was when it was her and Hugo versus King and Marduk, and I just thought that character's cool, I'm going to pick her. And then my friends were saying, but that's a man. And then there was this whole controversy talk over YouTube and the internet and the whole wide world, no thanks to Capcom, saying that she's a man, or a transvestite to be precise. I thought, I don't care, she looks cool, I'm going to use her. And I also did it to prove a point, because a lot of people play fighting games, and tournament players especially, but you know, tournament players are playing for money and, you know, reputation, and they pick the top tier characters, or they pick male characters for you know, to win, to get the most powerful moves. And I always tended to pick females and Poison precisely because I wanted to prove that some of these characters are useful, it's just not a lot of people use them. And if you guys know, at the start of Street Fighter Tekken, not a lot of people use Poison because they just thought she was actually rubbish, useless, just a waste of space on the cast. But thanks to me and a few other solid Poison users out there, we proved the point that she's not useless. And now I'm starting to see a lot of Poison users come online, which is good, but it's good in a way to see that people actually recognize this character for who she is and what she does and what she's good at, and not just kind of slag her off as you know, a useless character. But that pretty much covers that. Yeah, it's just pretty much to prove something. Any tips for getting good at the game? I've got all these questions written down on a piece of paper because these are questions collected over time. So now with tips, how do I explain this? This is difficult to answer. Now, you can ask any good player the same question. You will always ask them for tips, but the thing is, we all use different characters. So what you'd have to kind of just watch a lot of videos, go in training mode a lot, and you know, experiment for yourself. But like I was saying, you guys, some people have asked me for tips on how to get good at the game, and you know, just play it on a regular basis. And I can't give you specific tips for your characters because I verse these characters, yes, just that's for matchup experience, but I'm talking from a person who uses characters you rarely see. Well, Julia, you do see, but you don't see Poison, and it's kind of difficult to give you advice on your characters when I don't use them. So that's pretty much that. It's not that I don't want to give you tips or I can't explain it. It's because I don't use a character. If I use the same characters as you for a long time, I'd be able to probably write you an essay of tips and everything against every single character, of course. But I might do that for Poison in the future, I'm not too sure. And also, you know, people probably might think this is crazy, but you know, a good tip for playing this game in general is training mode. Yes, everyone says it, but what I do is because when I see my friends when I see people playing this game, I see them go straight into online mode, and I'm thinking they're absolutely crazy because you know, you're playing online and you're playing against other people who've probably warmed up and ready to go. But you know, some people find it comfortable just to go straight online and warm up, and then they'll get used to it after about 2 or 3 matches, and then they'll just kick ass throughout the whole entire session online. But what I tend to do is I go in training mode, because you can ask people on my friends list or anyone that I play with on this game. I always go training mode first, then I go into endless battle, and then I go into training mode after. So it's pretty much a warm-up session. Then like football, for example, like soccer, wherever you're from, America or England, like football, they have the warm-up session, they play the actual match, and then they have a warm-down session. Just I have the warm-down session mainly to memorize the buttons and memorize what I did, or kind of reflect on, if I versed a very good player, I kind of practice against his team and reflect on what I didn't block or what I couldn't get out of. And that's pretty much it. One thing I'd like to stress out for the tips the most is do not copy people. That is the last thing you want to do. And I know Daigo mentioned this before, which the point is very true, but you can't. Okay, you can imitate someone's playstyle, but you can't copy it because it's gonna feel really weird, and it's kind of, you can adapt your playstyle. It's kind of stuff when you learn media related things like games or movies or music. When they're making things, they can imitate something but change it to their own style of work. That's kind of what you have to do in Street Fighter Tekken. You can't necessarily copy somebody, because that's kind of, I'd say that's kind of being a douche. That's just my opinion, but I'm not really caring. But I'll just move on from that. One last thing as well, learn to tech throws, because I'm going to stress this to players who do it anyway, but you know, you're going to need to learn to tech throws, because this game, now that you know in the update you can throw people and the recoverable health is gone, and if you can't tech throws, I know some people that will probably abuse the grab buttons, and they'll keep doing it until you learn to tech throws. So, you know, go in training mode, practice against the computer, I don't care. Just if you know when someone's gonna grab, just grab them. Just learn to take the throws, please, because I see a lot of people just keep getting grabbed left, right, and center. I'm just like, can you take a throw, please? I'm bad at taking throws, but I'm getting the hang of it now, and every time Tekken Tag, I get excited when I really shouldn't, but that's just me. Another question is I got, this is kind of a personal thing. Somebody did ask me, why did I stop playing ranked matches? Why am I on 16,000 battle points? Well, 16,000 battle points, if you think about it, it's a really good number. It's a decent number considering, you know, the battle point system in this game. And to be honest with you, previous fighting games I played by Capcom and other fighting games, I've never got a high rank or a decent rank in the games. And Street Fighter Tekken is the first fighting game that I've got a very good rank in it. Yeah, a very decent rank. So I just left as an A grade. Some people say I should go for A+. Some people say I'm an A+ material. But I said no, not bothered. I'll just get out some endless battles, exclusive matches for the world to see, and you know, if I feel to go back in ranked match, I will. But ranked match is very stressful. A lot of people know this, and I just feel that I don't feel the need to go back and stress myself out playing ranked match. So that's pretty much it. And the final thing of this video, or should I say the final question I got, because I've pretty much highlighted or gone over all the questions I want. The last one is, I get this, I usually have this as a random conversation starter, and people say, what do you think of the update now that it's been out for, you know, just about, I think it's been out for 2 or 3 weeks now? I'm not actually too sure. The update is very good, fast paced, you know, it makes the game faster. I notice it when I'm recording videos that instead of matches finishing in about 4 to 5 minutes, matches finish in about 2 to 3 minutes, and when you perfect someone or you have very quick rounds, the game will finish under 2 minutes. So, and that's very good because you can stuff more matches in a video, because you know, I like to, when I upload my matches, I like to slap a bunch of matches together and make it around 20-25 minutes, because I notice people don't want to watch just one match of Street Fighter Tekken, because this game's more team-based, or okay, it is a team-based game, but you know, everyone's here for the combos, the stylish combos, and all that jazz, and it gets on with that. Also, like I said in my discussing a few changes, I have seen people come back to this game, change their characters, which I find it funny. This is a personal opinion. You're entitled to your own opinion, as everybody says. But you know, all the people that left the game because it was bad and the characters were bad, or some characters were overpowered, they've now come back, and I'm kind of just laughing and saying you're a fake. And some people think I'm very harsh for saying that, but I was like, no, because most of you know, who watch Street Fighter Tekken videos, a lot of people did not have faith in the game. And when I watch other people's videos, like Maximilian videos, like Summer Evo's videos, and when I watch a guy called Yoga Flame as well, most of you should have heard of him by now. When I watch their videos and see the comments, I'm just thinking, these are the people who dropped the game and rejected it for it being a bag of crap, when they actually didn't realize the good points. They reflected, or they noticed all the bad things but didn't reflect on, or they didn't notice the merits about the game, which is a very bad thing. And one or two comments I've seen is, you know, I want to see some good Brian players, or I didn't know Kuma had this huge damage output. I'm just sitting there slapping my head saying, are these guys actually serious? I mean, they haven't watched one trace or watched one video of Street Fighter Tekken to know this stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It annoys me, but that's just my personal opinion, because you know, I've been playing this game from the day it came out, the day of release. A lot of you have, so I know some other people feel the same way. It's when they see dumb comments, or they see really ridiculous ones, like, really, you didn't know that? But you know, a lot of people, or everyone doesn't know a lot of things. They don't know everything, so you know, you kind of have to don't kind of get too mad at them. But you know, in the fighting game community, it's good to know it's good to know things about all fighting games, even if it's very little. So, you know, King of Fighters, Marvel, Street Fighter, of course, Tekken, Skullgirls, you know, all that stuff that appears in Evo, that appears in tournaments. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, before this video wraps up, because I think I'm on the last round of this, I am currently developing 2 new teams, because I know someone says, why don't you switch up your teams? And, you know, I'm more of a female character kind of guy, and I am developing a male team as well. I've used them for a while, but rarely anyone sees me use them. So there are teams in development. Hopefully, in the near future, I can upload some matches of them, and I think that's it. So you know, guys, look forward to that. More sets as well. If you know, I do like doing the first to 5 sets and just random endless battles, because that's good for me and it's fun as well. So yeah, and that's pretty much this video wrapping up here, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, why not like the video, leave some comments, some feedback, or if you want more, just say in the comment section. If you're new and you're just passing by, if you enjoyed what you watched today, like the video if you want, subscribe if you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll just leave you guys to it from there. So this is your boy HT Jammers, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next commentary, whenever that is. So yeah, so see you guys later.